At 14, she was still a child. Her days had always been filled with laughter in the schoolyard, long walks home with her friends, and dreams whispered to the stars about becoming a teacher one day. But those dreams were fragile, and one evening, they shattered forever. Her father came home with a heavy look on his face. Her mother avoided her gaze. She overheard their hushed voices behind closed doors, talk of debts, hunger, and the need for a solution. Then came the words that made her stomach twist: she will marry him. He will take care of us. The man they spoke of was twice her age. Wealthy, respected, and eager to add a young bride to his household. When her parents told her, her body trembled. She begged her mother to reconsider, her tears soaking into her mother's wrapper. Her mother's hands shook, but she said nothing. Her father's response was cold: "This is for your own good. You will thank us one day." In the days leading up to the wedding, she felt the world grow smaller. Neighbors congratulated her family, women praised her beauty, and girls her age whispered with envy, thinking she was lucky to marry a rich man. They didn't see her pain. They didn't hear her screams inside. On the morning of the wedding, drums beat loudly in the village square. Relatives danced, food was shared, and laughter filled the air. But inside her, everything was silent. The gown they put on her was heavy, embroidered with gold. She felt trapped inside it, as though the threads themselves were chains. When she was led before the crowd, she kept her eyes on the ground. The man who now called himself her husband stood tall, smiling proudly. To everyone else, it was a celebration. To her, it was the burial of her childhood. As the ceremony ended, she thought of running. She thought of shouting, tearing off the beads around her neck, and begging for help. But when she looked around, she realized there was no one there who would save her. Everyone celebrated her silence. That night, she was led into a decorated room. Candles flickered. The bed was covered in white sheets and rose petals. Her hands shook violently as the man touched her shoulder. His eyes gleamed with a hunger that filled her with dread. When he stepped out of the room briefly, she felt something awaken inside her, a fire she had never known. She realized no one was coming. No mother. No father. No neighbor. If she wanted freedom, she would have to take it. With her heart pounding so loudly she thought it would betray her, she lifted the window. The wooden frame scratched her arms, her dress tore as it caught on the nails, but she pushed through. Barefoot, she dropped to the ground and ran. The night was dark, the earth cold beneath her feet, but she didn't stop. She ran past huts, through the fields, and into the forest. Her lungs burned, branches scratched her skin, but still she pressed forward. Behind her, she heard shouts, the man's voice, the family's, ordering her back. Dogs barked in the distance. But every step she took was defiance. Hours passed. Her legs grew weak, but she kept running until her body finally collapsed near the edge of a distant road. When the first light of dawn touched her face, a kind woman found her. The stranger lifted her into her home, fed her, and gave her a place to rest. For the first time in days, she felt safe enough to cry. Her escape was not the end, it was the beginning of a new battle. There were whispers, people who blamed her for dishonoring her family. Others said she was cursed. But she refused to let their voices define her. Piece by piece, she rebuilt her life. She returned to school. She studied harder than ever, determined to reclaim the years that were stolen from her. And when she was older, she began to speak, first to other young girls, then to entire communities, warning them of the dangers of child marriage. She was no longer the scared 14-year-old running barefoot in the night. She became a woman with a voice strong enough to shake the silence that had once trapped her. Her story became more than just survival, it became hope. A reminder that courage is not born in comfort, but in the darkest hours, when a single choice can change everything. Childhood is not for sale. No tradition or poverty justifies stealing it. Courage means running even when fear is screaming louder than your heartbeat. Silence protects oppression, but one brave voice can change generations. True freedom begins when you say, "No more."